What's up, YouTube? Daniel San here, back with another tier list video. Today we have our classic WoW race tier list. So this is vanilla and classic, not including Burning Crusade. So we have on the Alliance side Dwarf, um, Dwarf, Gnome, Human, Night Elf, Orc, Tauren, Troll, and Undead. So let's start with good old Alliance here. Dwarves have stone form. They can become immune to bleeds and poisons every 3 minutes, and they get a little armor buff. They also have gun specialization. I believe they can find treasure. Okay, they are pretty decent. Pretty decent. So we'll just put them at baseline in the B tier for right now. I might move them later. Gnomes, I think I gotta put them in S tier just because expansive mind. You get 5% bonus intellect. You get escape artist, and you get an engineering buff. So racial wise, yeah, they're S tier, but I hate how they look, so I want to bring them down. But if you're a mage or a warlock, you're gonna want to be a gnome. Priest on Alliance side, you're gonna want to be a dwarf because you get Fear Ward. Fear Ward's broken. I might just move dwarf up one just because of Fear Ward. Yeah, why not? Why not, man? Who cares? Human S tier. You got mace spec, sword spec. You got perception. You got the human spirit. That's just broken. Human spirit. No one really plays humans for that, but I mean it's pretty okay. Like if you're, it's just nice to have a 5% boost in spirit, but you really want that 5% intellect boost if you're a mage or a warlock, like I said. For warriors and rogues on Alliance side, you're going to want to be a human. Rogues and warriors like swords, and +5 weapon skill on swords is huge, and on maces. Plus perception is pretty decent for catching rogues and druids. Night Owl's C tier. Shadow Meld is really not that good in Classic. Dodge, increased dodge is whatever. I mean, they look cool. Man, but yeah. Okay. That's my take on Alliance. Let's talk about Horde. Let's start with Orcs. Orcs get Command, which is 5% boost to your Hunter pet and your Warlock pet. They have Hardiness, 25% stun resist chance. So that's pretty good. And they have, I believe, like Blood Fury, so they can enrage and do more melee damage, but they take 50% less healing. So if you're like a warrior or a hunter or a warlock, an orc would be really great for the pet boost or the Blood Fury, and the stun resist is nice. I don't know. We'll put them in A for right now. Put them in A for right now. They might be S. Tauren depends what you want, right? I'll put Tauren in B tier. You get 5% increased health, I believe. You get a War Stomp. But it only affects up to 5 enemies, and it's only for 2 seconds. I think you get some herbalism skill, plus 15. Probably S tier if you want to be a tank, but B tier for everything else. Troll has to go on the A tier. Not really S tier, just because berserking is really cool, but it's 10 to 30% haste every 3 minutes for 10 seconds, I believe. So if you're at full health, you'll only get 10%. I believe they get throwing spec and bow spec, which is kind of helpful. They get beast slaying, which is 5% increased damage to beast, but you're really taking them for that berserking. I don't like how they look really, but I've seen some that look kind of cool. Probably an A tier. I mean, like, there's arguments for warrior to go orc, troll, or tauren, depending on what you want. And for hunter, troll might be the way to go. For hunter, you could go orc as well. Top of the S tier, undead. Undead for sure. Most broken race in the entire game. Will the Forsaken is just beyond broken. You get immunity to fear, sleep, and charm for 5 seconds on a 2-minute cooldown, which is crazy. Immunity. Not only will it get rid of it, but you will be immune to it for 5 seconds, which they nerfed that out later on. You don't get the immunity for 5 seconds later on. It used to be 10 seconds. Well, okay, it used to be permanent immunity to fear, sleep, and charm. That was too broken, so they made it immunity for 10 seconds. Then that was too broken, so they nerfed it down to 5 seconds. But that is, if you're an undead, you're just... Warlocks do not want to fight you. Priests do not want to fight you. Warriors do not want to fight you. Breaking out of a fear is almost an instant win in a duel. Because a warlock, they're going to fear you. And if you just break out of their fear and you just come up to them and beat them up, they're not going to expect that. Their fear is everything, you know? That's why a lot of Alliance don't want to be warlocks, because they know they're going to be facing a million undead, and it kind of just hurts their class, or hurts their class as a warlock. So, these three I would say are just so broken. I might move orc up, but I kind of like orc and A tier. Like, whenever I can be an undead, unless I'm a warrior, I'm going to be an undead, right? So, like a mage, a rogue, a lock, I'm gonna be an undead, right? That's just, undead is the master race. Undead is the master race for strongest PvP ratio in the game. You know, in classic, you can use like potions that boost your stealth detection, so it's not as like busted as it is in the Burning Crusade for humans. But I mean, the sword and the mace spec just make them top tier raiders. Top tier raiders. Like, if you're a rogue or a warrior and you're on Alliance, you got to be human. And then if you're on Alliance, major lock, optimize your gnome. Like I said, argument warrior. You want to pick one of these three if you're horde. Now, if it was priest tier list, dwarfs would be on the S tier, but I'm gonna bump dwarfs down. I'm gonna bump dwarfs down to B tier, and night elves for aesthetics, man. But yeah, undead's the best, and then I would say humans second best, and then gnomes third. So there's your tier list, man. I'm definitely not biased towards Horde, and let me know if I screwed over your favorite race. Let me know if you think orcs are S tier or Tauren are secretly S tier. Let me know if you think humans are better than undead. Let me know in the comments. So thanks for listening, guys. I really appreciate you guys.